What's up, locker room? I just got finished watching those games. I wanted to talk about them with you guys and kind of talk what I saw. I thought that was interesting. Remember, I told you it was the young guys versus the old guys. And in that first game, Golden State, Houston, the young guys won that battle. Houston won 131-116. Interesting thing in here. Watch this now. What the difference become when you get to the playoffs, of course, is coaching. Because each game must be a chess match. Not just winning this game, but setting up, trying to get ready to win the next and play it out like that. Let me tell you. Let me tell you what I'm talking about. Look at what Houston did. Ime Udoka played a brilliant strategy today. Houston had been really banging with and fighting with Golden State. Remember I told you last game, Jimmy Butler was a little banged up and he was moving real slow. And then they got to fighting with him and banging with him, talking noise with him and got him going, and he lit it up. Ime Udoka said, let's stop. Let's do this. Let's stop being physical because we beat them down and been physical we've been physical with them. Now let's change it up and run it. Let's speed. Let's run the floor. And they ran the floor. I thought it was interesting after the game. Steve Kerr said, I had talked with Draymond and the guys, kind of understood we could see if we have it or not. And you know, once he pulled everybody, even though the backups cut that thing down to 13, that was pretty amazing. The backups cut it down to 13. He said he was not going to put the guys back in. Once he took them out, they made their mind up that they're kind of foregoing this game because they want to almost feel like they want to conserve energy and win it back home. But I thought they came to that conclusion, not by choice, but by force, because Ime Udoka changed it up. Instead of saying, we're going to just bang with you so we can let you guys warm up and slowly get into this game and then get you riled up and bring the dog out of you in this game, we just going to run by your old butts. And they went up and down the floor. Up and down the floor. They were running, and the old fellas played like they were tired. Now, let me tell you something. Jimmy Butler put up 8 points. After that game he had the other day, he put up 8 points. Steph put up 13 points. That's all he had, 13 points. These guys played during the whole game. Draymond Green, 7 points. You put that big three. That's 28 points between their big three. When you go over to Houston, Van Fleet by himself put up 26. Right there. You see what I'm saying? Amon Thompson come in with another 25, and then Dylan Brooks dropped you with 24. That's 3-on-3. And you know, if Golden State's three going to play that way and get outscored like that by Houston, excuse me, Golden State's going to lose that game. And they did lose that game. But it was like almost they conceded that game so they can get ready for the game in Golden State. So it's going to be interesting to watch that game, Game 6, and it's crucial. All pressure's back on Golden State now. Because you know two things. You got to beat these young boys to try to put them down. And then you got another young beast coming if you could beat these guys. Because what Minnesota did to the Lakers tonight, it's just like I was talking about earlier. And I got some heartburns, like I don't know what. It's what I was talking about prior to the game with you guys. Early on in that game, Julius Randle taking over. And Julius Randle, they were all over LeBron, you know, playing well until Julius Randle got that picked up his third foul, which I thought was a tic-tac foul with LeBron. Boom, they bumped and fell down. They had to take him out of the game. Right after they took Julius Randle out of the game, the spark and the run happened for the Lakers. LeBron stole the ball. Bam, they pick up a layup. Then the next time LeBron comes back down, and man, boom, boom, he runs and he goes and make a 3-point play. So they start sparking a run. Julius was on the bench. Game went back and forth because he was on had 3 fouls. Julius came back in late in that game, and he made crucial buckets. Crucial buckets. Remember, I told you he was an alpha male. When you slowed down Anthony Edwards, Julius Randle took over. And here is where, Ime Udoka in the first game made the adjustments. Whereas JJ Redick didn't make those adjustments. Okay, I was just looking at something. I'm looking at the guys. I was just going through the fouls that JJ left on the bench. JJ Redick, a lot of noise about him playing only playing his starting 5 towards the end of the game and then doing it in games. But right here, you were so undersized when you put LeBron to the 4. LeBron was getting tired. At the end of that game, he had nothing. Because he had to battle, fight down at the 4. It just took his legs from him. I thought JJ Redick blew it in this sense. You have centers on the bench. Rudy was dominating the boards. They were dominating. There was one play that Rudy Gobert, I promise you, it looked like he grabbed the rebound and like he was just standing up in the guys, Luke and all those jumping up down the ball. It looked like he was one of those tall guys that plays with kids and just hold the ball up and the kids can't get it. And it was a jump. I thought, okay, if I'm right here, JJ Redick, I'm using those fouls. I'm using Jackson Hayes fouls. I'm using Lynn fouls. I'm getting them in there and I'm telling them, I don't care about nothing but keeping Rudy Gobert off the boards. You understand? You got 6 fouls. Rudy Gobert is not a good free throw shooter. I don't give a damn if we have to play Hack or Rudy. Hack or Gobert. Hack or Gobert. I understand you didn't think about this plan because he only put up 5 points last game. But as you saw how this game was going, it's the adjustments that make games in basketball, especially in the midst of a series. Just like I told you, Ime Udoka made the change when he sped that thing up. Right in the midst of that game, when you saw Rudy Gobert having that kind of game, you saw what it was taking out of LeBron. You said, come on. Let me throw these fouls away. And we play Hacker Gobert. That's what I think, I guarantee, JJ, when he goes back and look over these things, he's going to say that. All I would have done was put him in the game and say, I don't care what you do, don't let him get to the boards. Don't let him get to the boards. Your job, because we're going to have 2 guys go towards Anthony Edwards, right? We got to worry about Julius Randle. I want your big dudes, bang with him, all this, keep him off the boards. That's it. Keep him off the board. We're going to play 4-on-4 basketball. You and Rudy gonna be wrestling. Well, they call it grappling in the UFC. I want you grappling with Rudy Gobert. I had 12 fouls to give Rudy Gobert to slow down that game, to give my guy LeBron some breaks. Put Rudy Gobert on the line, on the free throw line, instead of letting him dominate with them kind of rebounds and them kind of points from the inside. That's the mistake that I will say J.J. Redick. Well, think about it. Don't get this twisted. Don't get it twisted. I know what I'm talking about in basketball. And even I guarantee you, even I can box out Rudy Gobert because I understand how basketball I understand how it works, right? When if I at 6'3", 6'2", 6'3", 215 pounds, I can box out Rudy Gobert at 7'2". Because I'm not going to box him out high. Too strong up there. I'm not going to box him out in the mid. He may be too strong there. I'm going to box him out real low. Down between the thigh and the knee. Way lower than the hip. And you can't do anything about it. Even my size, he can't do anything about it. Because every time he lifts his legs, I'm going to put pressure. You see, there is no pressing against me when I'm down that low, boxing you out. Now, that's just from a small guy. You had 7-footers. And that's what I'm talking about. Put them guys on there and say, go battle Gobert. Just go battle him. Don't worry about it. You got 3 guys that can score. Go to scoring on that center and tell him to bang Gobert. You might have still been in this thing. But now, the Lakers are going home. And the story is, they didn't get that storybook finish that they want of the Lakers and the Celtics. But I told you already earlier, the storybook finish may be they really found the next Michael Jordan because he has really found his Scottie Pippen in Julius Randle. And the Michael Jordan is Anthony Edwards. And I know Julius Randle scored 23 tonight. Rudy Gobert, I told you, hit 27, and AE only hit 15. But I watched that post-game presser. And remember I told you guys about the post-game presser last time when they had Rudy Gobert, not Rudy Gobert, but when they had Cat, Karl Anthony Towns, and AE up there. And it was like, good guy, not good guy, bad guy. And I don't want to go soft guy, tough guy, or soft guy, hard guy. I don't want to go that route because Cat is a great player. But you just had, I think, an alpha male in a great player. Now, I watched tonight, and I watched when it was AE and Julius Randle and how they looked together. They tapped each other, yeah, dog, you know what I'm saying, dog. We don't care nothing about that. We knew we were going to put them out, bam, bam, bam. That was a different brand. That was a different brand. And I love hearing Reggie say the same thing I said. Boy, that Minnesota too certainly is beating the Lakers too. And I told y'all, I think I'm going to take that Minnesota too over everybody. The only thing I didn't say yet is I didn't go over to the other side. And think about, will I take them over that Boston Celtics group? And that's a different thing. But even when you think about Minnesota, and you think about, even when they play Boston, when they play them in the championship, because I'm saying I'm taking Minnesota now to the championship. When they play them in the championship, I was worried because Porzingis I thought would be the outlier, the issue. But Gobert, he can help with that. That's why I'm saying I ain't picking who win in the finals, but I definitely got Minnesota getting to the finals. That combination of Anthony Edwards and Julius Randle, yeah. And I'm going to tell y'all this. You know, I'm calling my man because I saw him on the sideline getting it ready. Right there on the court. So, and we didn't get it last time. Last year when I was going to watch the Mavericks in Minnesota, remember my flight, they canceled my flight. I couldn't get in there because he had it all set up. Now I'm going in. I'm going to call Alex Rodriguez. I'm saying I'm coming, and I'm wearing Timberwolves gear. I'm going to Golden State. I'm certainly going to the final. I'm confident they're going to the finals. But I'm going to find me a Golden State game to go to. I do expect Golden State to close out the series at home. And I do expect Minnesota to show up. And Steph to light up AE and get him ready. I love what Coach Finch said to AE, guys. He said, in order to get to where you want to be, you can't go around the king. You must go through the king. He went through the king tonight. And now he'll be looking to go through that babyface assassin. Yeah, playoff Jimmy next. I'll see you in the locker room. Later.